friends! Welcome back to the Project Return online classroom. I'm Miss Celia, and today we're going to do an interesting and fun science video about one of my favorite science topics, and that's going to be space and the solar system. We think we know a lot about the planet that we live on and inhabit, but how much do we know about space? What's really out there? We don't really know much, and the more we learn, the more questions we seem to have. Earth that we live on is a planet, which means that it is a large mass that is orbiting the sun due to gravity. Gravity, I'm sure you know what it is. You've heard this term thrown around. Gravity is the force that governs how things move around us. Larger bodies of mass have more gravities than smaller bodies of mass, and then they will therefore pull things towards them. Gravity is what keeps us here on Earth and not floating around in the sky with nonsense. The Earth has a larger gravitational pull than we do. So because we as an individual are smaller than the body of mass that is Earth, we are pulled down towards it. So bigger bodies of mass have more gravity than smaller bodies of mass and will attract those smaller bodies into its orbit through gravity. In space, though, stars have a larger gravitational pull than planets do, and this is why we orbit around the sun. Orbit meaning circle around the sun. When bodies are pulled into something larger by gravity, they're pulled into a curved path around the larger object and it gets stuck. This is why our solar system looks how it looks, because all the planets are orbiting around the sun. So we have the sun in the center with the largest gravitational pull, and we have our 8 planets orbiting circularly around the sun because it's stuck in orbit due to the sun's gravitational pull. The sun is the largest star in our center of our solar system. It's a sphere of hot plasma made mostly of helium, oxygen, carbon, neon, and iron, and it's thought to have formed approximately 4.6 billion years ago. The sun is so hot that it was hard for us to even send space shuttles or any type of space transit into orbit even close to the sun because it would just burn up due to the heat. As I said, there are 8 planets circulating and orbiting around in our solar system, and we are going to go from the 4 inner planets closest to the sun to the 4 outer planets furthest from the sun. So these 4 inner planets tend to be more dense and rocky, and they have fewer or no moons. So they tend to have a different structure than the bigger ones that are in our outer orbit. So first we have Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, and it is the closest to the sun. It does not have any moons that orbit it, and it has a very rocky surface. Next, we have Venus. Venus is the second closest planet to the sun, and it's much drier of a climate than Earth is. It is the hottest planet in our solar system and does not have any moons orbiting around it. Then we have Earth, that's us, the third closest planet to the sun, and we are the only planet in our solar system with terrestrial life that we are aware of. So as of now, we are not aware of any life on any other planets in our solar system. Earth has 1 moon orbiting, and the moon is thought to have been formed 4.5 million years ago, not long after Earth was formed. And just a little fun fact, 24 humans from Earth have visited the moon, but it is not habitable, maybe not yet. Then we have Mars. Mars is the 4th closest planet from the sun and is also known as the red planet. The surface of Mars is filled with volcanoes and rift valleys that we don't know how these formed, but there are a few theories out there that there was possibly water on Mars before it reached too high of a temperature to sustain water. And Mars has 2 orbiting moons. Then between Mars and Jupiter, which is the next planet, we have an asteroid belt. So this is a series and a group of asteroids that are orbiting the sun between Mars and Jupiter. Then with our 4 outer planets, these planets are hundreds of times the mass of Earth and are usually gas planets consisting mostly of hydrogen and helium. All of these planets have rings, or gas that's circulating around it. However, Saturn's rings are the only rings around any of the planets visible on Earth. Jupiter, the fifth planet from the sun, is the largest in our solar system. It is 2.5 times the mass of all planets in the solar system combined. It is massive. It's very hot in the center, and it creates large bands of clouds in the atmosphere that gives it the striped appearance. And the great red spot that's on its surface, which is said to be a storm, is also caused by these clouds. Jupiter has 79 known moons orbiting it, which means there could be more. We don't know yet. We know about 79. Then we have Saturn. This is the sixth planet from the sun, and it's the only planet that we know of with visible rings from our Earth. Saturn is also gaseous and is less dense than water. It's also made up of small ice and rock particles, as are its rings, and it has 82 known moons in orbit, some of which are larger than other planets in our solar system. Then we have Uranus, seventh from the sun, and it's actually orbiting completely on its side, 90 degrees. It's much colder than the other giant gas planets, and it has 27 known moons orbiting. And then we have Neptune, which is eighth from the sun and the final planet. It's a lot more dense than all of the other gas planets and has 17 known moons in orbit. Also, you hear Pluto thrown around. Pluto is no longer classified as a planet. It was previously, but is no longer classified. It is a large rock-like structure that is at the end of the solar system past Neptune, so the optional ninth planet, but not a planet. I hope you guys enjoyed my little snippet about space. I love space. It's very interesting to me. So if you guys like this video and you want to learn a little bit more about space with me, I'd be happy to make some more videos like that. Thank you guys for joining me in the Project Return online classroom, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.